In this episode of It Came From My Side Laundry Room, we're going to take a random look at some G.I. Joe, random look at some comic books. It's just going to be a night of randomness, so stick around. Hi, welcome to this episode of It Came From My Side Laundry Room. And like I said, we're going to take a random look at some G.I. Joe. Y'all know what the name is.
Yo, Joe!
Okay, like always, got a bin here. Gonna reach in and grab a fistful of Joes. Well, this feels like a big one. Let's see. First off, here's a loose guy. Breaker. And as you can see, he's missing a thumb. But I still have his helmet. That says something. Well, without all the attachments, unfortunately. But this is where it all started. No swivel grip or swivel arms. He always had Kung Fu grip. And the date on him is 1982. This is where it all began. This is... oh, it's just breathtaking, honestly. Sorry to be dramatic about it, but when these came out in 82, just changed my world. I know it changed a lot of yours out there. So, I should bag him up. Broken thumb was what was throwing me. Okay, got a little mishmash here. Okay, here's a Snake Eyes that used the original mold. Let's see what date he has on him. 1997. The original mold, one of the biggest differences from the original, the highlights to his webbing here, his grenade, his visor. Sorry if you can't see that. Working on getting the lights fixed here in the laundry room. But that's him. He came with, instead of his satchel, an M16. Show you here in a second. Loading them up. And his classic Uzi. This is the more newer style that came out later. But the thing I loved about this wave was they were mostly the original molds. So you can't fault that. The file cards, not the biggest fan of. Here, let me show you. They kind of lack the panache of the originals. This fills in. This is the more thorough origin of him with the helicopter crash and all. But let me put him back in his bag, and then our next Joe will be, excuse me a second, screen keeps resetting for some reason, a 25th anniversary. Rock and roll. Like I said, I've come to grips recently that these 25th anniversary have some age to them now, so I guess I could, or I should, treat them with a little bit more respect, since they've been out for a while now. But forever, these were just the new ones, you know. But heck, G.I. Joe's not even on the shelf anymore in their store, so these are darn near vintage now themselves, I guess. But one thing I loved about the 25th anniversary were the little embellishments that they would have on their uniforms. They would actually make them molded pieces, like his M60 bandolier here, knife, which comes out. And speaking of his M60, put him down for a second. A real upgrade from the original one, which just came with a little black bipod that would come out. But here we have a much bigger one. Folds up. And he came with bullets that stick in the side here. So let me try this here. See if he can wrap the bullets around his arm, a la Rambo in Rambo First Blood Part 2. Oh, he dropped his helmet. Bear with me here as I play with my toy. It's a little difficult. Oh, there went the bipod. Oh, fudge. That's the closest I can get right now. But just imagine at the end of Rambo 2. Blowing up all the computers there at the base. Oh, let me pick up his gear. One of the great things about these figures too is they came with great stands. I hate that Hasbro had to slightly rename their characters, so now he's, I guess, Staff Sergeant Rock and Roll, which stinks because they were the original. They shouldn't have to change their name. Everyone else should have to change their name. Next, here is the Technoviper. Little loose, but as loose as he is, I don't mean that as a judge on his character, he has all of his gear. Here's all of his tools. Has his hose here. Well, both hoses. One can be attached to his tools. So we'll attach one there. And one goes to his awesome blaster. So hold on, let me get them all geared up and I'll put them back on camera. Have to get them camera ready. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Here we go. All geared up with his laser gun and his tools on his back. Of course, one of them popped out, of course. Here we go. And other than him being a little loosey, great condition, great figure. Awesome design. Love the colors. Love the silver Cobra logo on his chest. Okay, what year was this? 1987. He's got a little bit of rust on the legs, but don't we all at our age? But anyway, great figure. Little loose, but complete for the most part. So I can handle a little loose while having all the gear. Next, I wish we had grabbed his brother as well. But here is Tomax, I believe, or is it Zaymot? He doesn't have the scar. Oh, sorry, he does have the scar. So is it Zaymot then? Came out in 1985. One of the biggest things I love about him and his brother are his knee pads with the Cobra logos. And I love the packaging, the mirrored packaging. I remember I was at a Cub Scout camp over my birthday. When my parents picked me up, they had these guys for me. Blew my mind. Never saw anything like that before. I mean, like I've pointed out before, there was no finger on the pulse of toys. When it hit the shelves, that's when it existed. And I didn't get out that much, but my parents found this awesome. Now, they came with big handguns, huge ones, and a little wheelie thing and a string, I guess to show their circus performer backgrounds, that they were acrobatics. But anyway, great batch of figures tonight. Little bit of different generations of G.I. Joe, but no matter what generation, they've been consistently awesome. So let's take a commercial break, and I'll see you when you get back.
Thunder, 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 thunder. Introducing the evil mutant warriors. Ratero, Vulture-Man, Croon the Destroyer. Battle against Lion-O and the new Thundercat allies. Hatchiman, Snowman, Tuska Warrior. The battle is on for the Sword of Omen. Thunder, 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 Thundercat. Figures and vehicles each sold separately from LJN.
Okay, what's in the long box?
What's in the box? What's in the
Long box? Well, this long box is a big jumbled mess, so I have no idea what I'm going to pull out, or if it's even a continuous numeric run of something. Could be a bunch of random ones, could be a little grouping. So, let's see. Here I go, reaching down. Okay, I got 5 here, 2 different DC comics, and we won't get that in depth since there's 5 of them, but the first one on the list is Booster Gold #1. Now, big fan of Booster Gold, and of course of his buddy Blue Beetle. Now, his solo comic published in 1985. Wow, DC Comics' address was 666 5th Avenue. That's awesome. But we got created, plotted, and written by Dan Jurgens, inked by Mike DiCarlo. Here's a big splash page of old Booster. And I just gotta point this out since I'm looking at it. A Voltron ad. Panache Place. The hottest new place for toys. Doesn't sound familiar. And here we go with one of the first ads, Aquaman's new blue outfit that came out that time, and his first brush with long hair. Got a DC role-playing game ad, always awesome. Booster Gold goes flying in and someone yells Superman. Always his luck. Here he is, shows his Legion flight ring that he stole. Next issue, Booster's Mysterious Past. The return of an old DC hero and a Flaky's cereal commercial to boot. All this for only 75 cents in cold redemption. See you there. Oh, timeless. A classic toy line that needs to make a comeback. Mask. I would be all over that. Excuse me for the squeaking chair. So, let's jump on over to Booster Gold number 2. Sorry I'm focusing on the ads in these, but like I said, we're not going to read these panel for panel because that would take way too much time. Mind Dancer. That's the villain, I assume. Got Booster. Another great DC role-playing game ad. Got Batman, Calabac, and Firestorm. Love Firestorm. Here's Booster shooting his cereal commercial. Blackguard and Mind Dancer are the villains. Oh my goodness. Become a publisher in 6 easy steps if you buy our book. It's that easy. Why we need your book? No real standout ads in that. A lot of RC cars. And model kits. 2 things I don't really care about. Now, Booster Gold number 3. And this cover is very iconic. I've seen this in many different places. You would think it would have been Booster Gold number 1 with as much as this cover gets play. Comics Most Unusual New Hero. No! What's he saying no about? Let's see. Fighting at the prison. And here I thought it was going to be something silly. Knowing Booster. Ooh, Dead Man ad. That's awesome looking. That's great art. 4-issue mini. There were so many 4-issue minis back in this time from DC. I mean Marvel too, really. But a lot of characters got their little spotlight on them in a 4-issue miniseries, and sometimes those miniseries would play out to be full-run comic series after that. Look at this, 2 of my favorites. Blue Devil and Firestorm. That'd be a good month if Firestorm 46, Blue Devil 23. Oh, miss seeing these. I used to look at these prizes and, oh, what do I want to get? Let's see here. Transformers race set. Sell only 33 items. Ooh, Autoceptor robot watch. Sell 12 items. Clock radio telephone. 36 items. Ditarn 3 changeable robot. Sell 12 items. That looks pretty tight, whatever it is. Sewing machine. 39 items. Roscoe the chimp puppet. 12 items. Look at old Roscoe there, if you can see him. Always loved looking at those. Here we go, the animal. The truck where the paws would come shooting out of the tire and it's supposed to scale stuff. It never did. It never did. Another lie from commercials. Now, another, as we just mentioned, 4-issue limited series, mini-series, The Demon. Wonderful art by Matt Wagner that fit this comic to a T. Where, I mean, even Jason Blood looks imposing in it. A lot of times they make him the not personal, you know, not have a personality at all. I've seen people draw him, but Matt Wagner did a wonderful job. Look at Demon. Look how great he looks. Etrigan, one of the best characters. Look at this, how his eyes. Gone, gone, O form of man, and rise the demon Etrigan. And so once again the words are metered rhyme. Fling the fetter, the waif of hell, into this bleak and frigid clime. Yet none's the foe to occupy me, no worm to fight and kill, nor witch boy, nor witch queen, in fact is decidedly still. Talking about Clarion, the witch boy. Great, great art. Oh, man. Look at that. Beautiful. I love that old comic smell. Oh, here's a great picture of Etrigan. And I would be honored to wear any of that art on a t-shirt. Now here's number 2. And I just set down issue 3, so this doesn't run too much longer. But look at that. I loved all 4 of these with their circle motifs. Great covers. Great comics. There he is blasting a demon. Oh, Captain Crunch. Get scrambling, kids. I need your help. Oh, I remember that. That robot dude. Laser tag. Ooh, what comics are coming out this month? Blue Beetle 9, Justice League of America 259, Firestorm 56. Some great comics. Batman Year 1 ad. Look at that. Dark Knight collected ad. Look at Etrigan. What else is coming out this month? Cosmic Boy 3, Warlord 114, and Legends 4. Love Warlord. But that's Demon 1 and 2, and Booster Gold 1, 2, and 3. And now here's Demon number 3. We won't look at it, but see how that motif carries on. Beautiful art by Matt Wagner, who we talked about briefly in the Grendel comic when we looked at some of those, because Grendel was his creation. And the comic Mage, which sounds like it would be right up my alley, but unfortunately I never got any of those. Hold on, let me put these back in the old long box. I put them in the back so we don't grab them again one day. But anyway, this has been It Came From My Side Laundry Room. Thanks for watching. Keep being rad, stay dorky, and I'll catch you next time. Peace! Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button for some more awesome videos. We also have a couple here on the side you might be interested in. And until next time, thanks for watching, keep being rad, and stay dorky.